Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing primary sources and one of our Supreme Court cases. So take those out on your desk. They're in the very front of the room. Now, fourth period, I know to some of you, aka Tanner, is thrilled that I'm with fourth period today, but sixth and eighth will have a sub. Their responsibility is to complete this work without me, so they should be listening to their headphones. Now, we're doing a primary, which means you need to take out your highlighter and ready to go. Then it'll go to 18. So, friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that you only have vocab on Monday and Tuesday. It's technically only 11 through 18. So I will only ask you through 18 on Tuesday. There is no vocab on Wednesday. You do have a test on Thursday, 25 questions, all multiple choice. Heath. Yeah, it's instead of 10 options, it's still only 5. But yeah, it's 18 words. Making people happy every day. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are covering a bunch of content today. We are going to move very quickly. So be grateful you're here with me and not doing this by yourself. Here we go. Everything sucks. We are going to do Federalist 70 first. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Here we go. So, Federalist 70. Now, by the way, Luke, I'm looking right at you. You actually have to write down everything I say, Luke, and not just what you want to write down. Is that clear, Luke?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Because you got blown up on points there, Luke. Did you see that?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, well, Luke. You got blown up on points to do your job. You literally just have to copy me, do better, yeah?
Got it.
Perfect. Here we go. All right, Federalist 70. I'm going to fly through this because I've already done the work. So we're going to move very quickly. Why does nothing work for me?
Wait, why do we do these? They're not on like the test and stuff.
Federalist 70 will be on the test. Federalist 70 is on the test, and these are the required works that we have to get done before week 13. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all about the executive. This is all about the executive, okay? And it's about justifying the need for a single executive or president. Okay? This is what the whole thing is about. Now, this is all on the background of anti-federalists. We're afraid that one person becoming an executive would create a monarchy. Okay? They wanted a council. Okay? They want a council, so no one becomes all. That's their big quote. Okay? So, this is all in the backdrop. This is Federalist 70. This is written by Hamilton. This is all being written during the drafting of the Constitution. Now, one of the biggest quotes, there's a bunch of quotes we do need to know. This whole thing is about energy. Energy is the executive is leading. Character is the definition of a good government. Okay, that is one of the big quotes. Now, as we're talking about it, a feeble executive implies a feeble execution of the government. Now, this is, of course, by Hamilton. Okay? He believes in one president is best. Okay? Best quality for executive is energy, which, you know, seems weird to me, but here we are. Okay, so Hamilton is all about one president, and he believes it should be energy. So the first argument that he makes in this piece is energetic is being able to respond quickly and decisively.
What's that first word that's underlined?
Energetic, decisively, unlike the legislator.
Being able to what?
Quickly and decisively to respond. The legislative branch.
Wait, being able to.
Ask your neighbor. Ask Slade. First argument, energetic is being able to respond quickly and decisively, unlike the legislative branch. Okay? Parentheses, debate and compromise is what they're known for. So we're just going to write compromise. Except I can't spell compromise, so let's try that again. Compromise. Okay? Branch, debate, and compromise. The legislative branch. That's all they do is debate and compromise. So he says, now this is found in this paragraph, which happens to be one of the most popular things to quote. Okay? So, the first argument of the whole piece is that the executive branch needs to be able to respond quickly because the legislative branch absolutely can't. So flip it over. Okay, we're going to put a star. He compares, and who's he? Hamilton. He compares legislative to executive branch.
He wrote a lot of things.
Yes, he does. Okay. The need to debate. Will counter the needs of the executive. So, it is the opposite. Counter, okay? The legislative branch and the executive branch are supposed to oppose each other. That they can't both be having multiple people sitting next to each other discussing and compromising. The executive has to respond. If China invades us now, do we want Joe Biden to go sit with 45 people and sit there and discuss an outcome, or do we want Joe Biden to respond quickly? Quickly, absolutely. That's what we want. Tomas.
It's the need to what will counter?
The need to debate will counter the needs of the executive. So, if they should unfortunately sail, here we go. These are one of the most pivotal parts, okay, where he's talking about they have to be able to move quickly. Now, the second argument of the piece. The second argument. So he makes that the first argument is that he needs to have a quick responding executive in order to do it. Now, you are going to see in the second argument if power is abused. Because remember, anti-federalists believe that this will create a monarchy by the executive. Then it would have to be determined who was at fault. Therefore, who should be held Put it in the pink box, not that one. Responsible. Okay. One person equals everyone knows who to blame. Okay, so the second argument of the piece is saying that if power is abused and you have multiple people on the council, it will be hard to figure out which person you are to blame. Can we agree? Okay, so if we only have one executive, whose fault is it? The executive. When gas prices went up, who did everyone blame? Biden. When the price of junk food at schools went up, who did we all blame? Obama. Thanks, Obama was one of like the most quotable things. Okay, anytime something went bad, people at school would say, thanks, Obama. It was a funny time to be here. Anyway, with that being...
People don't need to eat all that junk food.
Are you kidding?
I'm kind of shook by that. Yeah. Okay, Tanner, look at you. All right. So, with having only one executive, it all falls on the one executive. Okay, so here are the parts that support this second argument. But one of the weightiest pluralists is right here. Concepts of responsibility. Okay, and then you'll also see the circumstances. Here we go. What? It's not like you guys are going to go back and actually read these things. Aren't you glad that I just process everything for you?
Yeah, but we have to turn it in with all the stuff on it.
Oh my God.
He's so right.
I just can't. I just can't. Now, I do have another thing highlighted for the first argument, and I do like it. So I'm going to highlight it. They constantly countered these qualities. Counterbalancing. Oh, I don't need anything beyond that. I don't need that. I got a little sassy. Okay, so this one goes to this. All right, so there are only two arguments in the whole piece that you have to know. The first argument says that the executive and the legislative branch should be two separate things, and they shouldn't be based on the same expectations. One should be to debate, one should be able to make things move. The second argument is if power does get abused, then it should be it will be easier once we have one person in charge. You don't need to answer those questions because we just don't have time. So.
Don't do anything.
No, we don't need anything. It's just continuing that argument. Here we go. 3 big things that you need to know. This is Hamilton's justification for one president or executive. Okay. Second thing you need to know. This is part of the Federalist Papers. Which were written during what phase of the Constitution? During the ratification process. Constitution used to win favor, pro-Constitution. Okay, so third thing you need to know. So first thing is this is Hamilton's justification for one president or executive. This is part of the Federalist Papers, which is during the ratification process of the Constitution used to win favor for pro-Constitution. Okay, you need to know that energy is used to represent a quick decision and response without consulting or debating with others. Okay, so the term energy is a big thing that needs to be pulled out of it.
For the Second Amendment, like you said, this is like his justification, but like, why would he want to only be able to blame one person?
Because it's harder if there's like 6 people. Think about it. If 4 of you do something stupid in my classroom while I'm out, is it easy to figure out who got to the bottom of it? Or if I knew one person was in the room, who would I rather? One person in the room, because it's easier to put the full responsibility. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, Federalist 70 is on your test this week. It's on it. I made the test last night. It's on it. Take out your Supreme Court case. Shaw versus Reno. Let's go.
Are we doing 71 too?
I would like to. That's if I have time. What? Yes, we have things to do. Like, things have to get done. You're sounding very Tanner-like right now. Is that what you want? Yeah. I have 20 minutes? Oh, Allie, you're the best. Thank you. All right, Shaw Reno, here we go. This is all about racial gerrymandering. Now, I was kind to you yesterday because I didn't get to teach it to you before it was on your test. Now, next year, because I love those people so much more than I love you, I will be a better teacher for them, and I will have this done ahead of time. But your girl's learning, okay? I'm trying really hard. I hope that you see that. Here we go. It is all about racial gerrymandering. I would like you to know this is happening in 1993. Were you people alive?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I have definitive memories. Okay. Well, it's in recent history. When year were you people born?
07.
Oh my God.
You were not.
Oh my God.
That's so little.
Oh my God. I graduated high school in 05. Oh my God. Anyway. Thank you, Reagan. Thank you for really pulling that through. Really appreciate that. Oh my God. Hello. Okay. So here we go. I'm now just thinking about where I was and like, oh my God, you people. I feel so old. Meh. 1993 is where we're picking this up about racial gerrymandering. You need to know that in the state of North Carolina, there were no black state representatives. However, 20% of the state is
Black.
there you go. Of state is black. Is that a good look or a bad look? That's a bad look. Okay, so what's going to happen is the U.S. General Attorney rejected North Carolina's congressional reapportionment plan because the plan created only one black majority district. North Carolina submitted a second plan creating 2 black minority districts. One of the districts was, in parts, no wider than the interstate road along which it stretched. So this is where it is going to be an oddly shaped district. When you have an oddly shaped district, it typically means what? Gerrymandering. No, it's not always. But keep in mind, is gerrymandering hard to prove or easy to prove? It's hard. Because you have to shift vote districts because populations do move, but it does make it hard. 5 North Carolina residents challenged the constitutionality of this unusually shaped district, alleging its only purpose was to secure the election of additional black representatives. After a 3-judge district court ruled that they failed to state the constitutional claim, the residents appealed and the Supreme Court granted whatever. Okay, so what we need to know is the big thing about this is lines were drawn only with race in mind. Now, is it negative about race or trying to help? They're trying to help. But the lines were drawn with only race in mind. Okay? So, Reno, who will become a state attorney, who becomes like the attorney of the state, Reno argued they were trying to help black residents gain representation. Okay, so that's what they were trying to do. How do you think it goes? Yeah, the Supreme Court shuts it down. Okay, now, yes, the court held that although North Carolina's reapportionment plan was racially neutral on its face, the resulting district shape was bizarre enough to suggest that it constituted an effort to separate voters into districts based on race. The unusual district, while perhaps carried by noble intentions, seemed to exceed what was reasonably necessary to avoid racial imbalance. After concluding that the residents' claim did not give rise to equal protection or challenge, the court reprimanded, adding that the absence of a contradictory evidence, the district court could have had it. Okay, so the court ruled. The court ruled. Even though noble intentions, so they're trying to do the right thing. Lines that are drawn based on race are unconstitutional. Are unconstitutional. Okay? Now, they argue in the court case that they're trying to argue it from being used in the other way. So they're trying to help black voters, but then it would be easy to use this justification to hurt black voters or white voters, Hispanic, Asian, whatever it is. So that's the reason why they do it. So what is the impact of this case? It was trying to rectify oppression of black residents in the U.S. It was trying to rectify oppression of black residents.
Wanting or waiting?
Where is that?
What? It was trying.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with it. I cannot read your handwriting, but
Oh, is that recently?
Resident.
Wait, resident? It's rectify on top and then resident on bottom.
Do your other teachers handwrite everything for you?
Yeah.
I have teachers with worse handwriting.
Thank you. And I'm sitting here doing the work with you. Isn't that nice?
Oh wait, hold up.
I'm. Constitution is supposed to be colorblind. However, why is that kind of funny? Because it's not colorblind, because literally when the document was drawn, we just pretended slaves weren't a thing because we didn't want to have the conversation. So that's kind of funny. All right, and funny in the most disgustingly inhumane ways we could be, but here we are. So what is the constitutional principle demonstrated? The 14th Amendment, because anything, pretty much everything comes back to the 14th Amendment, always comes up, and the Equal Protection Clause. Shaw stated, it was violated because only drawn on race. Reno, equal protection, because it was trying to help black residents. Okay, so those are the two major arguments.
So the first ruling, Reno one, and the second ruling, Sean.
Yep. So here we go. So you cannot do it. So Shaw technically wins the case. Why is it important? It sets precedent. That you cannot draw districts with only the same race in a voting district.
Honestly, as the president's cat.
If you came on time, I'm sure you could read it better, actually.
I was like a minute late. That has nothing to do with what you just wrote down.
Reno, equal protection because it was trying to help black residents. It sets precedent.
No, like tap. Like does that say tap?
That you cannot draw a
You
district.
just forgot the H.
Yeah, that's fine because I write it 400 times a day.
Oh, well then you should be good at writing it. Freaking mistakes.
Tanner, thank God you have some charisma because you're kind of awful. But your charisma saves you.
I don't even know what does that even mean.
I would like it noted I was trying to be nice. Yes? Thank you. All right, here we go. So,
Can you please not do the next one?
yes, we have to do the next one. It needs to get done.
We have 8 minutes. There's literally no point.
Dang,
Like-
sorry, Miss Bennett.
No, literally no point. Our focus is gone. Please, no. Put it back. No.
Can we just answer the 3 questions at the bottom and that's it?
Yeah.
No! I'm already doing all the work. No! I'm already doing the work. No.
Wait, so if you already have the other one, you just put that up. And then we'll just, you just put that up for your other class, and you can just tell us the answers to the final part.
I'm recording this class, so all of your charm has been on full display. Here we go. Take out your other one. Let's go. 51. This is about separation of powers. You people are complaining about doing this work. You do know that AP World has 4 essays going right now.
We've already taken that. We've already gone through the pain.
Okay, you need to know that this is written. What? You need to know separation of powers. That's what this whole thing is on. You need to know it's written by James Madison, who happens to have the nickname of Father of the... Okay, so take out your little highlighter. We're going to get as much done as we possibly can because we're together, and that's what matters. Aw, guys. So, but what government itself, but the greatest of all reflections on human nature? If men were angels, no government would be necessary. If angels were to govern men, neither external nor internal controls of government would be necessary. One of the most famous quotes from the piece. And if you have a second color, I would pull out a second color just like your girl is. In framing a government which is to be administered by men, great difficulty lies in this. You must first enable the government to control the governed, and in the next place oblige it to control itself. These are the 2 biggest things that come out of this document. Here we go. Draw a nice little arrow all the way to the top. Madison's opinion on human nature, that humans aren't angels and are selfish. Do we agree? Okay. Now, because we are not angels and we are selfish, we need a government and that government is there to protect us, is to protect the liberty, the liberty of the people. So, we are not angels. We need a government. We need a government, and that government has to protect the liberty, of the people. So, how, this is the big question of the piece, how do we create a government that has the power to protect liberty, but does not have the power to destroy liberty. Isn't that cool? Ugh. Ugh. Destroy liberty. So we have to have a government that's strong enough to actually protect us, but not too strong enough that it overtakes us. Isn't that such a beautiful argument?
Yeah, wait, Alec, how much time do you have?
We have 4 minutes.
No.
This one, let's see the rest of it.
Ask a friend. Sorry. Okay, so the answer is the answer to that question. I'm sorry. The answer to that question is separation.
Will that actually help when we write that?
Yes. It's the separation of powers and checks and balances. And that's what he spends all the rest of the time talking about how it's awesome. This is how we get both a powerful government and one that doesn't abuse us.
Wait, what's the question?
Okay. Its manner of restricting power cannot be imposed on power cannot be imposed on externally. Okay? But by having 3 branches of government, each branch is independent. As independent as possible. So they stay out of each other's way. Okay, it is important for you to know, Congress gets more power because it represents the voice of the people.
How's that?
No. Okay. In the compound. So while Tanner writes that, this is one of the big quotes of it. Okay. So also the remedy is different branches of government, all the way down to society. Okay.
Wait, you can't see the other one.
Sorry. Here. From this quote, you're going to draw a nice little line down. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I still can't see the quote. It ends with society.
Yes. Okay. We must divide Congress into two to keep it in check. Oh my God, is that why we have a bicameral system?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a bicameral system. Isn't that exciting?
Can we be done now?
Yeah, sort of actually. Flip it. Okay, big things you must know. This is Madison's justification for the 3 branches of government that will define American bureaucracy. Yeah. Okay. You need to know about this piece. That the government is to protect the people, but never to take the people's liberty away. Yeah. And finally, oh my God, my sub showed up. I'm so excited. Yay. Okay, so, and third thing. Huh? I'm going to the beach.
Beach trip.
It's written by Madison during the Constitution's ratification process. To win favor for the Constitution. Yes, guys, look at us. Oh my God, I'm so proud. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of us, guys. Yay.
No, that was like the worst thing ever.
Oh my God. You people are so dramatic. Yay! Guys, we did it. Oh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. And watch me not even record it. Nope, I did.